There are all kind of different tools to help you put glitter and rhinestones and crystals on your nails. And one of the things I go back to, and even this was even before gel and I would use regular, this is a base coat, a gel base coat I'm using right here. Because I've already got gel polish on. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dotter, my dotting tool. There's a big end and a little end. I'm going to take the small end and I am going to put a dab. Let me show you how that is. A dab of the base coat right there. And it'll be on the end. And it won't be very much, but it'll be enough to pick it up kind of like an adhesive. And so I'll move these stones over a little bit so y'all can see them a little bit better. And so I will gently pick one up and place it on my nail in whatever design I'm wanting to do. And let's see, that'll be 4 there. I kind of thought about putting it in like my middle, the center, and my middle finger, but I use that when I'm working so much I didn't want the crystals to grab anything. And so I think I'm going to put a second line right here. Put me a second line right here. Now I did this manicure earlier, and this is gel polish that was on it. So the good thing about that is if I don't want it just right, I can move it without worrying about if I have lacquer up underneath and it's going to smudge or cause a problem because I'm putting gel on top. So yeah, those are the same size. I wasn't sure if those were going to be the same size or not. That's why they're in two different places. I'm sorry, y'all. I tend to mumble and talk to myself, so I'm trying to make sure that I'm speaking loud enough for you to hear me. I'm going to do 2 lines of this, and I know a lot of people use all kinds of adhesives, and those work great too. I've just always had success with this and never had a problem with it. So everybody's lifestyle is different. Everybody's climate is different. And I'm in an area where it is getting ready to be super hot on the East Coast. And so I think I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah. So now what I'll do is I'm also wanting to put some glitter on that finger. But I'm going to go ahead and cure these 2 stones. So I put a gel base coat on top of that. And I just didn't do the top coat because I'm going to put it over here in the light. That's why I'm out of screen. I didn't put the top coat because I'm going to put that over it so it won't grab. Some of you are going to hear this stuff and it's going to make sense to you. Some of you it's not. And I know some of you know how to do this. I'm just doing this for those that don't because there's all kind of great teachings online. And I'm just trying to help those that don't know. So, okay, there that is. I'm going to dump those out right there. Okay, and that should be about 30 seconds or enough to hold that. And so now I am going to take that same base coat and go over this ring finger here. Okay, very thin. This is AmericaNails Gel Polish Base Coat 2, which is usually super thick, but I intentionally made it super thin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this glitter, and I am going to gently sprinkle it. Tap, 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 tap. I'm scared, y'all, because I want the end of the nail to have more concentrated glitter, so I don't want it so much here. We'll see. Okay, that's good enough there. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to cure that. Okay, I'm back and it's cured. And see, that's nice and firm there too. but I want the tip to be a little more concentrated if that's possible. So what I'm going to do, let's hope that doesn't come off. It doesn't look like it's going to. So I am going to put a little bit of base coat again before I cure it. Yeah, that was good and dry, so it didn't show up on the brush. So I'm going to dip that in there. Sorry, y'all. And tap, 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 tap. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little more concentrated on the end. Okay. And I think I'm going to sprinkle a little bit or touch a little bit on the end of that. Okay, and now I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds. I'm back and it's cured for 30 seconds. And now what I want to do is I'm going to take a top coat and put on it. Now I have a top coat that I use specifically for when I do have glitter. But if you don't have one, because if y'all don't know it yet, you'll learn it that you cannot buy all the nail products because there's an infinite amount of nail products. So maybe if I hold it like that, I'm going to use my top coat because you're going to want to seal it with your top coat. Okay. And I'm using the AmericaNails Gel Polish Top Coat. This is one of my favorite, and I know a lot of your companies don't say don't mix or that kind of stuff, but I've always had success, and this is a no cleanse top coat. So, and that, I don't have my gel top coat here, so there is a little bit of glitter on that. And I'm going to go over here to the side where I have a paper towel, and I'm going to wipe it off real good so that it doesn't get into my top coat. And so I'm going to do it again. Go over my rhinestones. Make sure they're good and secure. And that when I'm doing something active, nothing's going to grab it. Okay. And do the rest that I have on the brush here, since I'm going to have to wipe off the little bit of glitter I do have on it. And this may have more because this is more concentrated glitter. The base coat holds it real well, but you know, there's always going to be a little facet of glitter. Yeah, there's a little bit there. So I'm going to come over here on the paper towel and pull the brush through it gently so as not to pull any of the bristles out, which is hard to do, but it can happen. And then I'm going to fill my brush up real heavily with the top coat so that it can cover it and I'm not dragging it really bad. So make sure you seal that in real good. Before I go back in it, I'm going to check it. Yep, I've got some glitter there. Okay, I'm going to clean that and I'm going to put this in the LED light for 30 seconds.